Hey, this is Oscar De La Hoya, and you're watching HoopJab.com.
Since you just mentioned Al Haymon, I wanted to ask you this. Like, let's say Shane Mosley just turned pro tomorrow. He has Oscar De La Hoya bidding for him. He has Bob Aaron bidding for him. He has Al Haymon bidding for him. Who do you think you sign with?
I don't know. I'll sign with either one of them. I'll sign with Go Box Promotion, which is my promotion, because I'm going to do the fighters right. Those three guys, I mean, I don't know. I worked with the Golden Boy when Richard Schaefer was in charge or was kind of running it, CEO, and then I was with Top Rank for a while. Not really signed with them, but just kind of they did a lot of my fights. Al Haymon, I never really, worked with him, but I see what he's doing to the boxing world, and it's not good. You know, he's trying to monopolize, and he's trying to, you know, take all the fighters, and pretty soon everybody's just going to have to fight for him, and that's what he wants. But that can't happen. We have to have other promoters, but the promoters have to start working with each other, team up and work with each other, and have these big fights, these championship fights. Because different people are with different promoters, but the fans want to see the best fights. So we got to see the best fights.
So you think it will be bad for one person to eventually take over boxing? Like,
it's totally bad, because then they're gonna have all the power to say and do what they want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. The fans gonna sit back and say, "Oh, we want to see this fight." Say, "No, you're not gonna see that fight. You're gonna see this fight next. You're gonna see whoever Al Haymon has in his roster. You're gonna see that one fight, because it makes better money sense for him." And then you're going to see somebody else in his roster fight each other, and somebody else in his roster fight. No, we don't.
So, even though, pretty much every other major sport, like the NFL, NBA is like that, people think it's a bad idea for boxing?
Well, it's not really like that, because you have different teams. You know, you have, the San Diego Chargers, then you have the New York Giants, then you have this one over here. So it's like a whole bunch of people under one union, but...
Is that what boxing needs, like a union? Because that's something that is also missing.
Well, maybe that can happen. Maybe all the promoters can get together and have a union, and that way they won't be afraid to, to let their fighter fight somebody else from another promotion. Because usually when somebody fights from another promotion, the other promotion is trying to sign that fighter. I remember, fighting. Maybe I fight for Bob Arum, or I fight Manny Pacquiao. Okay, well, you can fight Manny, but you need a 2-fight option with me. So you have to fight 2 more.
Exactly why Chavez ended up leaving him.
Yeah, you have to fight 2 more options with me, so they never get a chance to go anywhere else. They kind of it's a hard business, and the fighters shouldn't have to worry about those different things. They have to worry about that before they get in the ring and fight. Okay, well, I have to sign with him and fight for this guy, or I got to fight for this guy. I remember when I was getting ready to fight for the world title, I was 22-0 with 21 knockouts. And I remember the promoter saying, "You can't fight my guy unless you sign with me. You will not fight my guy. I will not let you fight my guy unless you sign with me. If you sign with me, then yeah, you can fight this guy." I'm like, well, I guess I'm signing with you because I want to be world champion. So I signed with them. Just because of that. And then HBO and everybody got behind, but that was it. That was my reasoning. Because before then, I had fought many fights. I had knocked out everybody, and I don't even think I was rated. And I was like 20-0 with 19 knockouts. I wasn't even really rated.
Do you think the networks play a role? In my opinion, I think the networks being able to sign fighters to exclusive contracts, that in the end of the day is what blocks a whole bunch of fights.
Well, it's not really the networks. The networks working with the promoters. So if, say for instance, I go to HBO right now, I want to do my own fight. I'm doing my own fight. I got clout. I'm gonna make some money, whatever. I go to them. I say, I'm doing my fight. Would you be interested? I've been fighting on HBO for years, and every time I, do a pay-per-view buy, I get 1 million buys or more. I'm gonna fight Mayorga, who does a lot of pay-per-view buys. What's going on? Sorry, at this time we can't work with you. And the networks get away from it. Luckily, we have some ends with networks. If we didn't have that, then it would be hard. It wouldn't happen. Because HBO said no, or Showtime says no, then that's just it. Because they're only working with those people a lot of times. So it's hard. It's hard for somebody to go off on their own and try to do it.
I hear you.